pilots on the Independence start their training at bases like Miramar Air Station in San Diego, and training continues throughout their flying career. Pilots are taken through simulated ditching and survival techniques and have to re-qualify every 4 years. There is no age limit. You can keep flying as long as you pass the physical.
1 minute down, 1 to go.
Grab the side, sir, both hands.
Aviation in itself is not dangerous, but it's very unforgiving on those who make mistakes. And I think that we all believe that it would never happen to us. The thought of death, I think we all think that we're invincible in some way. We're all supermen.
Eject.
I personally don't think about the danger aspects of it. I could have been a banker and hit by a bus, and what a boring way to go that would be. I'd much rather to go as a shooting star in a ball of glory.
Eject.
It costs $5 million to train a pilot. 500 flying hours are required before landing on a carrier for the first time, and each hour of military flying takes 8 to 10 hours of maintenance. The investment in a carrier pilot is enormous and continues throughout his career. Top Gun, the Navy's combat training school, is housed at Miramar. After 400 hours of carrier flying, crew are eligible to train here. 4 men from the Independence qualify: Montana and Lulu, Rat and Bird. The Top Gun course lasts 6 weeks, and every day pilots are trained against a group of instructors, simulating the latest tactic and weapons to be found around the world, so that they can confront any Air Force and know what to expect.
Our job is to take the individual's experience, fleet, air crew, both flying the F-18 and the F-14, and bring them here and teach them the science and the art of air combat.
At 7 in the morning, the pilots assemble. 3 weeks into the course, they are engaged in a major exercise, and Lieutenant Mike Lewis, Lulu, is leading the briefing.
The United States now has a carrier about 150 miles off the coast of Orange, and we're planning on a strike the loading docks in one of the ports of their ports of Orange. Now, because of the
country that Lulu calls Orange is a real country with a real Air Force, but Top Gun won't reveal it in public.
And they have a bar cap set up about here, composition of Su-27s and MiG-21s. So our mission today is going to be to destroy that bar cap prior to the strike heading inbound. The lineup will be the 1st Division, Top Guns 1 through 4, Montana and Lulu with the lead, Bird and Rat, Conan and Santa, and Crash and Ziggy. The bandits will be Slammer et al. In Top Gun 40 plus. The launch will be 9:20 for the fighters, 9:25 for the bandits.
While the students work out their game plan, the Top Gun instructors, called bandits, meet separately. They fly A-4s and F-16s in the way that Russian planes would be flown by the foreign Air Force appropriate to the exercise. Their knowledge and experience, updated by the latest intelligence, makes it certain that they will outwit the pilots.
Flying today. Don't know what their route is, don't know what their tactics are. Basically, our 2 airfields that we're working out of are going to be flankers, basically originating out of the northern airfield up there around the Aguila mountain range. Dawn, here's the pintas, and just fly right down in this, over by this big peak down here. That'll keep you out of Mexico. You should still be tracking down there, and you're not going to want to get right down in the weeds right away.
We'll come through the metal pass and the cabezas, and then that's when we'll do our check to the left.
It's about 8 miles.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure we pop fairly close. And
After the briefing, the pilots are keyed up discussing what they expect to do as they put on their special G-suits. They are designed to protect them from the physical effects of sudden aerial maneuvers, the very tight turns they need to make in dogfights, for example. At 9 o'clock, Montana and Lulu are in the lead as the students take off and group up before flying towards their target. Top Gun instructors take off and fly straight to where they will act as defenders. By 9:45, 22 planes are in the air for this simulated attack on an enemy port. Superficially, the exercise is simple. As attackers, the students fly low over land, trying to avoid radar and surface-to-air missile sites. Then, after 30 minutes, the pilots will confront the Top Gun staff defending the target. Montana flies at very low altitude, using mountains and valleys as cover from probing radar beams. When he hears the cockpit siren warning of a missile being aimed at him, he throws the plane into sharp turns to confuse its tracking devices. Becomes severe.
Contact on fighters. Have one group over bullseye. Another group 7 miles northeast.
While the students are struggling to avoid these surface-to-air missiles, Top Gun instructors are assuming position uprange, waiting for the students to appear.
Echo pop-up threat northeast 1 mile hot. Echo copy. Fights on, fights on.
Finally, the two forces converge. Planes roll in the sky as pilots maneuver for the best position to use their weapons.
Top Gun 39.9, good G. Good out, Chuck. He's chasing you. Practice. Terminate ACM. Terminate ACM.
turn towards each other, hoping to fire their missiles first while desperately trying to prevent hostile planes closing in behind them. In pursuit of an A-4, Montana maneuvers his F-14 into a perfect position to fire his weapons. In the real world, the A-4 would have been shot down. But an F-16 has Montana in view. Montana realizes a plane is behind him and pulls a hard turn to get out of the sights of the chasing plane.
Get out of here.
But it is too late, and the fight for Montana is over. As the pilots head for home, they are physically drained by their flying and realize they might not be as good as they thought they were.
Hey fellas, Howard. I guess I like Plan Alpha better than Plan Bravo, don't you?
Yeah, I agree.
I think frequently sometimes we train to just benign situations, and we think that we're much better than we might actually be. So Top Gun really presses us and makes us think through every situation, provides absolutely the most difficult possible training environment they can. There's not a day that goes by that you don't get a little lesson in humility. These guys are absolutely some of the best fighter pilots that the Navy has to offer, and they train to this sort of dogfighting and weapons employment all the time. Absolutely the best possible training environment we could be in right now. And yeah, it hurts our ego and it's humbling sometimes, but hopefully we're taking these lessons to heart.
So now it's like we're screwed because for every second that we're turning here, the flankers are coming in on us, and you can feel that happening. So now it's like we're screwed because for every second that we're turning here, the flankers are coming in on us, and you can feel that happening. So at this point, we start coming back.
As acting group leader, it is Lulu's job to piece together what happened during the exercise. The dogfights take place over vast areas of sky, and Lulu needs to hear from everyone what happened and what went wrong. This prepares Lulu for his debriefing with the instructors.
Yeah. You see the flankers up high conning, right?
Like I said, by the time we got in, you could pick up the cons. We were pretty close, and they were, just hauling the chili, and so were we. So I said, well, they're not going to be able to convert. So let's just blow through. Hey, we call their timeouts. As far as I'm concerned, those guys are dead. We're offensive here. We'll go pressing on down, and then Dave locks up the A4s. We shot a couple of Fox 1s into that group. Those guys were dead. Who killed us?
I don't know.
The flankers did.
You've done a pretty good job of getting 3 weapons into that group. Let them do the killing work, and don't take an extra shot. Save that because you've only got 2 on board. What you need to do, though, Lulu, once you merge with that group, good idea to go ahead and blow on through.
Right.
As it was, there's kind of a breakdown there. Guys are getting kind of balled up, and one F-14, he'll get balled up with the MiG-21s. We'll get kill removed immediately.
However demanding the exercise or humiliating the debriefing, the pilots are wholly engaged in what they do to a degree that few people ever experience.
Flying is like an addiction. It's like being high or drunk.
I live for the adrenaline that this gives us, the life and death nature of it, the rapid fire decision making, the huge responsibility.
I've always wanted to fly, and once you get into flying, it's almost something that you have to do every day.
While the course at Top Gun continues, tensions remain high in the Persian Gulf.